Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Play action, Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cortland Sutton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Next to the score, Colts 7, Raiders 0. Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start. And right away he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Credit the stop there to Leo Chanel getting into the backfield and stopping him in his tracks. They run it again with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip at his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nick Herbig, he read that beautifully and hit him for a loss. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This is intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akenna Witherspoon. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. There on the stop was Leo Chanel.
Brings up 2nd down at the 11-yard line.
Here's Allen. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. To the air with McCarthy. That's going to be caught by Waddle. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw McCarthy. Flushed out right. This is caught. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
They'll try and run it into Burton. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that's going to be caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Courtland Sutton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. Musgrave's got it out right. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. McCarthy operating from the gun. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Eluding the pressure right. Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now McCarthy. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Allen going to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Throwing now is Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. James Cook from 19 yards away. And the Colts are able to add on to that lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. after the touchdown. Here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle with Benson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
McCarthy.
Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Lewis Seed. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at...
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So after the INT, it's Allen escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Allen.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
Will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Allen now looks to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will be incomplete.
complete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
From the gun on third down. McCarthy. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Back to throw now on first down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Colts are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have a big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To the air, Allen. And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Defensively, Puna Ford with a tackle there.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Allen. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
Oh, that is incomplete.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And complete right side to Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Allen.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Allen.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's a give the call. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josie Jewell. To the air with McCarthy. That's complete to Turner. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He gets it to Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. That's going to be caught by Waddle. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
A gain of 1 yard. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Throwing again, McCarthy. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. And just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he
a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
That is caught downfield by Thomas.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon.
And the Colts are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Another toe for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
8 yards on the
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw, it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. But these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
A give left side for Benson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Colts, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me holding out faith. I don't want to go to war. You don't want to give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. A couple weeks I had to leave, now I'm coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the beats on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could sing and say. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just off of writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Gone.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now I'm coming back.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't state maps, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't state maps, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination I used to see. Wake up and I found out, did it change up? Wait, did it change up? Is it light out yet? Did I find out where? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed where I have my face. Face around, better try to breathe. Face around, face around. I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blind. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't state maps, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't state maps, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination I used to see. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't state maps, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, and contracts. I used to keep items like max, that's crazy. How you know that? I gave myself up, that's maybe. How you know that? I used to it felt so real, but now I plead, just take the deal. I promised you a contract. I promised you a contract. You say too late to start, got your heart in hand. I don't believe any of it. You say too late to start, ain't it hard? You know you're better. Twisting my words and bringing up the past, baby, you know that you're better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama, I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promised that I would've never gotten phoned if I knew I would get so attached. I promised that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
Stressing, quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about if you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat, while you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone.
Was it too much to ask for? You know